What's good, YouTube? Slender Revolution X here. Coming to you guys with another DN video of the Neos deck. I'm actually doing this because I have one of my viewers request some more videos. Akuma Kishin, shout out to you, my man. It's really cool when you get somebody. He said he had, is taking the build of my deck and would like to see more play of it. And to me, that's really an honor, man. That's awesome. Thank you for realizing what I'm trying to do and respecting this deck and finding some interest in this deck. So I wanted to make this video for him and for everybody else that's kind of been watching my stuff and kind of wondering how it's working. So without further ado, guys, here it is. As you guys can see, opened up pretty good. I discarded the Pathfinder, got the Neo Space. I have the Hero Lives in Miracle Contact, which pretty much signifies an OTK ability right there. I had the Prisma, ditched the Neos, and right here I find out that I'm playing against Hieratics, and I was sitting there just really hoping that I didn't get OTK'd myself, and with him just using Gabeb and taking out Prisma, I was okay with that. Took my 100 life points. He recruited his dragon and stuff, but yeah, so there's that. He gets the Gabeb effect to special summon the Hieratics. I don't know how experienced this guy is, but I mean, Hieratic decks can jump up on you real quick regardless. He's using a couple cards I usually don't see. It looks like he's going level 8 version of it rather than the level 6 version. So here he goes into the Hieratic Dragon of a Tomb. So yeah, there's asset effects. He's level 8. Overlay into Heliopolis. So there he's got the Heliopolis. Now personally, I would have loved to take the attack from Heliopolis so I could get more of a boost onto Air Neos. But as you see here, I draw into the Elemental Hero Neos. But that makes my Hero Lives live. I didn't have to waste the MST, so it kind of keeps a Super Poly live. Cool stuff like that. And now I just take my 3950. Go get the, I think I get Stratos here. Yeah, I get Stratos, and then of course for Prisma, and this is just a lot of the times, your OTK is going to go like this. This is what you're going to see. This is the basic path that you're going to take every time you're trying to OTK somebody. So there's your Prisma. You're going to summon the Prisma, dump the Hummingbird. So that's I think what I go for next. Yeah. Dump the Hummingbird. Now, generally, what you go for here is an Exceed play with the level 4, and usually you go for Excalibur. But I was thinking about it, as you can see, I'm kind of thinking over some stuff here. Gotta go get the Hummingbird effect. And I come to the conclusion that I think I have a better chance of OTKing by using the Super Poly. So I think that's what you see me do next. If we take a second here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, because there's a lot of different plays that you come from here, and if you guys end up playing this deck or enjoy playing this deck, you know that there's a lot of different ways you can go at this point. So yeah, I think I end up going the Super Poly to get rid of the Hieratic, to get rid of Heliopolis, so I can just push for more damage. So, and then the only issue is with this, he ends up not really understanding how Super Poly works, which happens sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of times you get cards you really don't understand, especially if you're a newer player or new to a deck or something like that. So I go ahead and use his Heliopolis and my Prisma to go Shining. I just needed to get that big monster off the field. So I think it's a solid 2 minutes of us just chilling here, me trying to explain to him how and why he's gone, and we might take that time. So shout out to you guys who have been keeping up with this whole process that I've been going through. I have added a second Super Poly into the deck. I took out the Oversoul and replaced it with the Super Poly for the fact that I wanted more power cards in the deck. And usually when Neos is in your graveyard, you're going to probably use him for more Miracle Contact. And with the ability of Super Poly to be an offensive and defensive card, yay, Display Driver. I felt like that was more of an advantage in the deck because it really doesn't have that many defensive cards. So it's nice to be able to use that too, and it's also an out to Neos in your hand. So here you're looking. I kind of like show him like, hey, you can see he's viewing my graveyard. I was trying to see if there was a reveal button that would kind of just point it out. He's kind of confused about it, which is understandable. No fault to him. Just gameplay things that are really hard to describe over the internet rather than being in person. So. And then he asked how, and at this point I thought it was kind of funny because I didn't know if he was asking how as in like how to operate it, as in clicking it, or how is he going to the graveyard, whereas Super Poly would be the cause of that. So I kind of tried to explain that in the least douchiest way that I could. And then I proceeded to go balls to the wall. The only thing I was worried about was Gores in these decks, because you see that a lot with in decks like this that don't run a lot of back row. I was worried about Gores or Trigodia. So I was really happy to have the Neo space, just in case this play didn't work out in my hand, in my area. And now we go the Miracle play and go for Air Neos, who is going to be at some crazy attack. He gains 4,050, and then an additional 500. So he gains 4,550, putting him at 7,050, I think, right? Something like that. Regardless, if these attacks go through, I would OTK. So 3,000 plus 4050, yeah, 7050. So Neos gets real big as the deck works. This is generally the OTK for you people that don't know. And here I had to make a pretty quick snap decision on what to do, and it was a really smart play on my part. And I think that this is really the play that I needed to make, or else it could have turned pretty bad for me. So. And then we go battle phase, and I'm just like, well, I'm worried about the Honest, so I push into it to suicide, because Honest isn't, he could save his guy with Honest, but then I'd just instantly be able to run it over. And then attack for 26, and then 70-50 for game. And we had a little issue with how much attack he had and all that good stuff, but it's cool that Air Neos is an active effect, so like if you attack and they Mirror Force and you Solemn, he gains even more. So, but there's the OTK, guys. As you said, you find out that he does have the Honest in his hand. I was kind of iffy on why he didn't use it, because then he would have gained a monster, which I would have had to run over, and I wouldn't have killed him that turn. But it's up in the air. So, or it might have been at the end of the battle phase. I'm not exactly sure on Gabeb, but. There you guys go. That's the Air Neos OTK. Previously, you guys saw the Grand Neos OTK, which is also cool. But it's all situational, guys. You have so many options for a lot of good cards in this deck, and that's why I really like it. The amount of power cards in this deck is pretty high for it being like a tier whatever deck. It's not tier 1. It's hard to even consider if it's tier 2. But I love this deck. As you guys can see, I'm really trying to be competitive with it. So. That's all for now, guys. Remember to thumbs up this video if you liked it. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe to join the revolution today. This is Slender Revolution X signing out. See you guys.